Milava and welcome to Myanmar Radio's Myanmar Today. I'm Michelle with the recent news and reports from around Myanmar. SWAMA and GNI got the latest report on YRTA to provide more buses for YBS as passengers travel more. Wilson will give us all the details on logistic business sees sharp decline. Dora Suzanne have the details on the CPC's achievements of people-centered deployment. Pyodiridu and Pomo will have the full story on free vocational trainings by SSID as COVID-19 recovery schemes. All of these reports will be coming up on Myanmar Today, but for now, let's take a look at what's happening in local news. Preventive measures against dengue fever are underway in many townships of Gaya State on a weekly basis. The measures include raising public awareness of dengue fever and abate adding, according to the Information and Public Relations Department. Dengue is a mosquito-borne viral infection. Severe dengue is the leading cause of serious illness and death in some Asian and Latin American countries. Dengue is found in tropical and subtropical climates worldwide, mostly in urban and semi-urban areas. The global incidence of dengue has grown dramatically in recent decades. About half of the world population is now at risk. There are estimated 100 to 400 million infections each year, WHO reports. A total of 180 Myanmar nationals who stranded in the Republic of Korea and some countries amidst COVID-19 pandemic were brought back to Myanmar by 10th relief flight of Korean airline from Incheon International Airport on Monday. The relief flight carried 171 Myanmar citizens in the Republic of Korea, 8 Myanmar nationals from Indonesia, and 1 who stranded at Incheon International Airport, altogether 180. For the smooth transportations and immigration processes, the embassy staff led by Myanmar ambassador to the Republic of Korea helped the returnees at the airport. Moreover, 24 foreign technicians who are taking duties in the projects for development of electric power and construction sectors of Myanmar, the skilled staff who are taking duty in POSCO International, Loti Hotel, and entrepreneurs also took the flight. The health supplies were provided to Myanmar Samuel Andon Project Village in Shan State for the COVID-19 prevention and containment. The provided ceremony was held at the Department of Agriculture in Daungji, the southern Shan State on Monday. At the ceremony, the Shan State Agriculture, Livestock and Irrigation Minister gave an opening speech. At the ceremony, the COVID-19 protective materials such as hand wash basins and soaps, 4,700 masks, and 14 thermometers were provided to those villages. The Samuel and Down project has been implemented in 11 villages of Shan State for 2019 to 2020 fiscal year. The Landview Company of the Republic of Korea donated COVID-19 protective materials worth over $20,000 to the fever clinic in Yangon. The Korean ambassador to Myanmar handed over these protective materials to the Yangon region government. Now, during the COVID-19 period, the monsoon season sets in and people need to take care of seasonal flu, diarrhea, and dysentery. So the fever clinics are continued to open for the community health, a medical doctor from the community fever said. The Yangon region chief minister handed over these protective materials to in charge of each community fever clinic in Yangon. Under the friendly relationship between the two countries, the Landview Company of Korea donated hand gels, soaps, toilet papers, wet tissues, and surgical masks worth over $20,000 to Myanmar for COVID-19 prevention. That's all with the local news. Now we'll move on to our first report. Yangon Region Transport Authority (YRTA) has been in the preparations for providing more YBS buses as passengers travel more, said a source from the YRTA. Before COVID-19, the YRTA provided the public transport service with the use of 4,400 to 4,500 buses a day. The public transport service by YRTA accounted for 33% in April, 60% in May, and 88% in June. The number of passengers taking YBS buses make an average of 1.8 million as a total, accounting for 19% in April, 33% in May, and 37% in June, and more than 40% at the end of June. It was reported by Sueman and Yenai.
Yangon Region Transport Authority (YRTA) has been in the preparation for providing more YBS buses as passengers travel more, said a source from the YRTA. Before COVID-19, the YRTA provided public transport service with the use of 4,400 to 4,500 buses a day. The public transport service by YRTA accounted for 33% in April, 60% in May, and 88% in June. The number of passengers taking YBS buses made an average of 1.8 million as a total, accounting for 19% in April, 33% in May, 37% in June, and more than 40% at the end of June. The current public transport service hasn't returned to normal, but the YRTA is in the preparation for providing public transport service using more YBS buses because it is hoped that the passengers will be more and the schools will be reopened in July. Ula Aung, Secretary of YRTA, said.
We, the YRTA, have to prepare for the providing public transport service according to the situation of the travel of the passengers. In this state, we are trying to be able to provide transport service until the situation returns to normality. But anti-COVID-19 restrictions we will have to follow are still in effect. Our situation depends on the travels of the passengers. It is not easy to tell now when the normal situation comes. Therefore, let me say the YRTA is now providing the traveling people with smooth and secure transport service. The YRTA has seen a decline in its income and every bus line has a little difficulty. But we are taking up this responsibility. We have to remedy the worries of YBS drivers and distribute masks and hand gels. If the bus lines can't afford the cost, we will have to attend to their requirement. We are carrying out preventive measures against the virus. We have to take into consideration of social distancing guidance. We are facing limitations, although we would like to fulfill the requirement of the people.
The current number of passengers taking YBS account to 800,000 a day, and some bus lines and less income and it can't over the running cost. The bus lines are currently carrying out sanitation and disinfection because COVID-19 can't be completely controlled. Uwenai, in charge director of YBS Parami Transport Service of Bandula Transport Company Limited, said.
We have 7 bus lines and 8 routes, providing transport service with the use of 314 buses. We closed our bus line from 13 to 16 of April during Tinjan holidays. 1,532 buses run during the remaining days in April. The use of the number of buses accounted for 21%, and the number of passengers were more than 200,000, accounting for 12%. In May, 2,539 buses run, accounting for 26%. There were more than 400,000 passengers that accounted for 15%. Up to 23rd of June, 4,743 buses run, and the use of the number of buses accounted for 65.67%. There were more than 1 million passengers that accounted for 47.52%.
The buses are crowded in the rush hours. In other hours, the passengers taking the buses are very fewer. At this time, the passengers need to be careful about their close contact with one another in the bus. They also need to wear masks, and the YRTA should send more buses during the rush hours. It is important that all the passengers must follow the instructions as to the preventive measures against the virus. Mami Mijo, a company staff from the Lat Township, said.
Everyone should wear a mask in this time. When I go out, I wear a mask and use hand gel. When I start to wear the mask, I feel trouble breathing and later it will be okay. I would like to tell that those failing to wear a mask should be fine and those failing to wash hands should also be fine. Earlier, it was difficult for me to go and now I'm used to this current situation.
The restrictions with regard to COVID-19 will be relaxed slowly by slowly, and the schools will be reopened during July. For these reasons, the YRTA is in the preparation for providing more transport service to the passengers using more YBS buses.
That's a report on YRTA to provide more YBS buses as passengers travel more. Container tracking is one of the most important sectors in Myanmar as its sector is transporting the goods and products to all over Myanmar, which are imported to Myanmar, and it is also transport to the goods and the products which are to exported. But the outbreak of COVID-19 has brought a sharp decline in this sector, according to the report by Myanmar Container Tracking Association. Willison will tell us the full report.
Logistics sector is one of the most important areas of economic growth of a nation, and most of the logistic and domestic market in Myanmar are transported by the containers. Therefore, container trucking is the essential part of the holistic growth of the nation. So far, the container is the most effective means for transporting goods across the country. As Yangon is a commercial city in Myanmar, it has emerging business market of container in Yangon. Yangon Port and Diloa Port are the two most important ports so far. However, with the outbreak of COVID-19, this container and truck sector sees a sharp decline during this period, according to the report by Wu Aung Mo, the chairman of Myanmar Container Trucking Association. Speaking to MI Radio, Wu Aung Mo said,
There is a huge difference before and after the outbreak of COVID-19. Before COVID-19, we usually transported more than 100,000 containers across Myanmar, but it has now gone down to 1/3 of the total number, and it has a higher possibility of declining further in the coming months because the orders placed before COVID-19 arrived in the middle of April. Until last month, we were still unloading the goods. We'll see the decline of the business and it will not recover soon for sure.
But on the other hand, the decline of the business during monsoon season is not the unusual case for the container trucking business, and rainy season is the time when this business sees downflow of the goods. Speaking on what are the goods which are transported the most by this container, Wu Aung Mo also said,
Some of the most exported goods are bean, maize, and rice, along with vegetables, including fruits. For the import, it includes food for animals, other household products, construction materials, and other chemical products for the factory use.
According to Wu Aung Mo, after the restriction put forward by the government not to go out at night, the container trucking work became quite easier and faster inside Yangon as the traffic jam was reduced at night. The issue this container trucking business facing is there are some container drivers who are driving the container with expired driving license, and in response to this remark, Wu Aung Mo said the reason for some of the drivers who drive improperly is they are truck drivers who have expired driving license, but as the license office were closed for months, they were not able to renew their license. But the Container Trucking Association is hoping to deal with this issue very soon. Uti Myowen is one of the business persons who runs a container trucking business, and he also spoke to MI Radio and said,
As we transport the imported goods and products to the local market across Myanmar, we also transport the local goods and products to some of the main ports in Yangon for export. We also have border gate exporting such as Mose and Myaori. So we use container trucking for this border pass business as well. Every place has their own specific needs. For example, Kitchen State has demand of machine-related products. Other places have demand of iron and metal. Some places are in need of agricultural implements. For variety of consumers, demand all over Myanmar. Container trucking is the main distributor in the sector.
The impact of COVID-19 is affecting both transporting the goods and exporting the goods, and it is unexpected challenge of COVID-19 facing. Therefore, Myanmar Container Trucking Association said the association must be prepared for any other challenges in the coming years, how to look after one another, maintaining the business without going panic. This is Williamson for MI Radio.
That's the report on logistic business sees sharp decline. Stay with us as we bring you more report on Myanmar Today. July 1st of 2020 is the 99th anniversary of founding the Communist Party of China, CPC. Out of this success, during 99 years of founding, it showed great achievements of people-centered development, including poverty alleviation and combating COVID-19, which brought about challenges to the health crisis of the people. MI Radio reached to Ms. Zaji Nguyen from CRI, Myanmar Department of China Media Group, to talk about CPC's achievements of people-centered development.
The Communist Party of China marks its 99th anniversary of the CPC founding on the 1st of July of 2020. Under the leadership of Chinese President Mr. Xi Jinping, who is also the General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee, as one of the key strengths of China's system of governance, it has set the vision of making people-centered development and continuously quarantining and improving people's livelihood and well-being to achieve common prosperity for everyone. MI Radio reached to Ms. Zaji Nguyen from CRI Myanmar Department of China Media Group, and she talked about some of the achievements of the CPC during 99 years of founding.
ဒီဇူလိုင်လ1ရက်နေ့ကဒီတရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီတည်ထောင်တဲ့အထိမ်းအမှတ်နေ့ဖြစ်ပါတယ်။တရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီ69နှစ်တာအတွင်းအောင်မြင်မှုတွေကတော့အများကြီးရှိပါတယ်။အဲ့ဒီထဲမှာကျွန်မတရားသလောက်ပြောရမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီတရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီကလူကိုအရင်ခံဖြစ်ထားပြီးတော့ပြည်သူကိုဒါထိတ်ဆုံးနေရာမှာထားတဲ့မှုကိုသူကတစ်လျှောက်လုံးဆွဲကင်တယ်။စည်ရဲမှုပပျောက်ရေးလုပ်ငန်းကိုလည်းနိုင်ငံတော်စီမံခန့်ခွဲရေးရဲ့အရေးကြီးလုပ်ငန်းတာဝန်ဖြစ်ကိုဆောင်ရွက်တယ်။အခုတရုတ်ပြည်မှာစည်ရဲတဲ့လုပ်သားတွေပေါ့နော်မြို့ပေါ်တက်ပြီးတော့လုပ်ကင်မှုနှုန်းကပြီးခဲ့တဲ့နှစ်စုစုပေါင်းပမာဏရဲ့95.4%ရှိနေပါပြီ။2019ခုနှစ်တုန်းကဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မြို့ပြအလုပ်ကိုင်နေရတဲ့ပေါင်းကပေါ့နော်135သိန်းကျော်ရှိတယ်။ကျေးလက်နေတဲ့သူ310လောက်ကပေါ့နော်စည်ရဲမှုပပျောက်နိုင်ခဲ့တယ်။
Poverty alleviation is identified as critical prospect for China to reach the goal in building of a moderately prosperous society in all respects by 2020, as it is expected to mark the first 100th anniversary of CPC in 2021. About 93 million people were lifted out of poverty by the end of 2019, representing 97% of the total poverty population, and it will accomplish the absolute poverty alleviation work by 2020 as planned. ဒီတရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီကဒီစင်းရဲမှုပပျောက်ရေးအပြင်ကိုအရေးကြီးအန္တရာယ်များဖြည့်ရှင်းရေးတို့ဒီဂေဟာစနစ်ကောင်းမွန်ရေးတို့ဒီအဓိကကိစ္စကြီး၃ရပ်ကိုလည်းဆောင်ရွက်ပေးနိုင်ခဲ့တယ်။ဒါအပြင်လူမှုဖွံ့ဖြိုးရေးကိစ္စတွေဖြစ်တဲ့ဒီပြည်သူတွေရဲ့စားဝတ်နေရေးအာမခံပေးနိုင်မှုတွေနောက်ပညာရေးတွေတက်ကြီးရွယ်ဦးစောင့်ရှောက်ရေးတွေကျန်းမာရေးအာမခံရေးတွေဒါတွေမှာလည်းအောင်မြင်မှုတွေရရှိရပေါ့နော်။ပြည်သူတွေကိုကောက်ခံနေတဲ့ဒီတဦးချင်းဝင်ငွေခွန်တို့အသေးစားအလက်စားကမ္ပဏီတွေပေါ်မှာကောက်ခံနေတဲ့အခွန်တွေနောက်ကုန်ထုတ်လုပ်ငန်းခွန်တွေပေါ့နော်ရှော့ချပေးနိုင်ခဲ့တယ်လို့ပြည်သူကိုစားပြုအဆိုပြုချက်များစွာကိုလည်းအကောင့်ထဲပေါ်ဆောင်ရွက်ပေးနိုင်ခဲ့တဲ့အထိကိုအောင်မြင်မှုရရှိခဲ့ပါတယ်။နောက်ဒီတရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီကပြည်သူနေထိုင်မှုဘဝကောင်းမွန်ရေးကိုလည်းအလေးထားဆောင်ရွက်တာတွေ့ရပါတယ်ရှင်။အဲ့ဒါတွေကတော့ဒီ AI တို့ဒီမြန်နှုန်းမြင့်ရထားတို့ဒီ 5G ကိုစားပြုတဲ့ပေါ့နော်အခြေခံအဆောက်အုံတည်ဆောက်နိုင်စွမ်းတွေဒီအဆင့်မြင့်နည်းပညာတွေကိုပေါ့နော်တိုးတက်အောင်လုပ်ဆောင်နိုင်ခဲ့တယ်။ China also showed success in battling against the global pandemic COVID-19. လက်ရှိအချိန်မှာထူးခြားတဲ့အောင်မြင်မှုကတော့ဒီ COVID-19 တိုက်ဖြတ်ရေးပေါ့နော်ဒီရှီကျိန်းဖိန်ဦးဆောင်တဲ့တရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီကဒီဝူဟန်မြို့အပါအဝင်ဟူပေရဲ့ဒီကူးစက်ရောဂါတိုက်ဖြတ်ရေးလုပ်ငန်းကို3လအတွင်းနဲ့ပေါ့နော်အောင်မြင်မှုရရှိအောင်နိုင်နေနဲ့ဆောင်ရွက်နိုင်ခဲ့တာထူးခြားချက်လို့ဆိုရမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်In less than 100 years, the CPC has showed growth in its membership. It had just 58 members when it was founded in 1921, and by the end of 2019, It has already exceeded 90 million members.
တရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီ69နှစ်ပြည့်အခမ်းအနားပွဲနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ပြောရလို့ရှိရင်ဒေသအသီးသီးဌာနအသီးသီးမှာပေါ့နော်ဒီတရုတ်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီတည်ထောင်တဲ့69နှစ်ပြည့်အထိမ်းအမှတ်ပွဲတွေနောက်အထိမ်းအမှတ်လှုပ်ရှားမှုတွေကျင်းပမယ်လို့ကျမတို့သိရတယ်။နောက်ဒီကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီရဲ့ဖွံ့ဖြိုးရေးလမ်းစဉ်တွေအောင်မြင်မှုတွေကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့သုံးသပ်ပြီးတော့ထူးချွန်တဲ့ပါတီဝင်တွေကိုဆုချီးမြှင့်မယ်လို့လည်းသိရပါတယ်ရှင်။
Reported by Dora Susan from Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on CPC achievements of people-centered development. As one of the recovery schemes for the economic impact of COVID-19, the small-scale industry departments in every state and region in Myanmar will provide the free vocational training courses for the public. The courses are going to be opened just in the post-COVID-19 period. These free vocational training courses are different from the last one because there will be some plans to support from the government for the trainings.
As one of the recovery schemes for the economic impact of COVID-19, the small-scale industry departments in every state and region in Myanmar will provide free vocational training courses for the public. The courses are going to be open just in the post-COVID-19 period. The training courses will include production of high-value foodstuffs such as wine, jam, cake, juice, and snacks, production of facilities such as shampoo and bun, hand gel, sewing, and weaving. Speaking to Myanmar Radio, U Mao, Deputy Director of Small Scale Industry Department, Kitchen State, said.
I demonjang saya tenan ni aro channel di dia telah 2015ni yong sa phun ne pine ne dai ni ma ai ni sa pi ro pine dai budget din ne channel pongman tenan di demonjang saya kala du tenan ni taw shop phun ne phun pi ro.
The vocational training courses organized by small-scale industry departments have started its training in every state and region since 1st of January of 2015. There are more than 300 batches with over 1,000 trainees during these years. When COVID-19 occurs, some businesses and workers who have returned from abroad are going to face difficulties in their careers. So the Central Small-Scale Industries Department has instructed to open free vocational training courses for those who have difficulties in their living to create an opportunity to start a new career. First, we have to plan for which courses are most common and suitable for the residents in respective states and regions. There are 4 districts with 18 townships in Kachin State. We are going to accept the applicants until the courses are officially launched. Till now, there are more than 200 applicants who have been received for these free vocational training courses. Depending on the regional government budget, we will select the relevant numbers of trainees. There are many successful small-scale businesses emerge from these courses.
Uamar also mentioned that these free vocational training courses are different from the last one because there will be some plans to support from the government for the trainees. Uye Zoto, Assistant Engineer of the Small Skills Industry Department in Yangon, spoke to Myanmar Radio about the free vocational trainings for Yangon regions. He said,
We opened the vocational training courses, but this training will be free and benefit for the people who were affected during the COVID-19 period, including the on-job trainings period. In this batch, we are going to teach them how to produce the high-value food products, facility products, and handicrafts by using the local ingredients and agricultural products. The purpose of the trainings is to prepare the small and medium enterprises to create the new opportunities for the people. In 2018 to 2019 fiscal year, we already opened the vocational trainings about 30 times. In this year, we have opened about 14 times. We accept 20 trainees in one course. We announce our trainings from our Facebook page and also from the government's newspaper. We accept the application forms through the Facebook page and through the telephone. Currently, we have accepted over 250 application forms. In this COVID period, we are going to open the training for about 20 times in Yangon. So we are going to accept 655 trainees. There will be 30 trainees per course. We teach the trainees with the 70% practical course, so they can establish their own products as soon as they finish the courses.
Myanmar is an alumni from 2017 vocational training courses of small-scale industry department Yangon region. Now he is running some small-scale businesses successfully. Speaking to Myanmar Radio, Myanmar said his experiences in training course of SSID.
I have started my own business after vocational training courses by SSID of Yangon region. As people attend the vocational training course here, they can run their own businesses too. So many people don't need to go abroad for job opportunities. I also started the businesses with some investment. The SSID have supported the startup small businesses. We can connect with banks to get the loan investment with the support of SSID. So SMEs can also develop their businesses. Now I have received some awards for the sectors of MSMEs. I want to suggest attending the vocational training courses by SSID, especially for those who would like to start up their own businesses.
The Small Scale Industries Department has also issued their registration processes for those SMEs and has provided the connection with banks for loan programs. I am Pyoti Ritu. This is news reporting from MI Radio.
This is a report for free vocational training by SSIDs as COVID-19 recovery scheme. And that's all we have for today's report, and it's time to check on some international news here on Myanmar Today. The first clinical trial of China's first COVID-19 mRNA vaccine is underway in East China's Hangzhou city. On Monday afternoon, volunteers received their first dose at Sulan Hospital. The project started enrolling volunteers on 23rd June and plans to recruit 168 healthy individuals, half of them aged 18 to 59 years old, and other half aged at least 60 years. To evaluate the safety and tolerance of the new coronavirus mRNA vaccine. On June 24th, the hospital posted a recruiting announcement on its account on WeChat, a social media platform. Volunteers will receive 2 doses of vaccine and don't need to hospitalize during the trial period. Researchers can leave their research center after confirming the absence of any abnormality. This is the first COVID-19 mRNA vaccine to have been approved for clinical trial in China. The Chinese foreign minister said on Monday that the country will put visa restrictions on some U.S. individuals with egregious contact related to the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region HKSAR after Washington announced visa restrictions on the Chinese officials over the city. Ministry spokesperson made the remark at a daily press briefing while reaffirming China's determinations to safeguard its national sovereignty, security, and development interests, as well as principles of one country, two systems. Last week, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that Washington is imposing visa restrictions on officials of the Communist Party of China, CPC, believed to be responsible for undermining freedom in Hong Kong.
The United States will never succeed with its attempts to use sanctions to stop China from moving forward with a national security law for Hong Kong. In response, China has decided to impose visa restrictions on American personnel with egregious conduct on Hong Kong-related issues.
So Washington says the visa restrictions will apply to current and former Chinese officials, but did not specify individuals. Beijing has insisted the proposed national security law currently under review only targets a small number of people for acts such as secession and subversion.
7 people were killed, including 4 armed militants, 2 civilians, and 1 police officer in a gun and January attack at the Pakistan Stock Exchange in Karachi on Monday, local media reported. All 4 gunmen have been killed by the police. The surrounding areas have been sealed off. The injured are being escorted to a nearby hospital for medical treatment. The separatist group PLA later claimed responsibility for the attack. And that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining me on Myanmar Today. I'm an intern and called Michelle. Have a great day. Until next time.